Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about historical figures, statues, and most importantly, what the purpose of political statues really is. We're going to do this because I made a joke on Twitter about the Greta statue. There are people mad about it, saying they want to take it down, stop destroying our history. In the replies to that, it made me realize that I did not fully understand the position of many people who want to preserve these old statues. They have all of the information they need to come to this conclusion and to understand the purpose of political statues, but they haven't put it together. Because a whole lot of people were like, she's not a historical figure. What has she accomplished? She's not part of history. She's not going to be mentioned in history books. Right. That's debatable about whether or not she's going to be a historical figure. I think she probably will be, but, it's up for debate. The point is, the people who are very in favor of preserving these statues of famous Southerners from the 1860s, they fully understand that typically political statues are not made at the time the person lived. They're not actually historical artifacts. Not really. Making a statue of somebody who's still alive, that's normally a form of art. It's not a political thing. Those statues of the Southerners that people want to hang on to, the overwhelming majority of them were not made until decades after the war. 1890s to 1950s is when most of them were made. That kind of shows that the history existed. We're talking about almost 100 years later. It's not there for historical purposes. If the history wasn't preserved, they wouldn't know to make the statue 100 years later. Political statues aren't about history. They're about giving people a hero. Giving somebody a person to look at and say, you know what? I can be like them. I can embody them. Their ideals, they're worth emulating. All of a sudden, it makes sense why a whole bunch of people don't like those Southern statues, right? And that was the purpose. Most of them came around during the period when the war was being romanticized, or during the civil rights movement, where the message was very clear. Y'all better stay in your place. Political statues reflect societal norms at the time they were made, not when the person lived. It stands to reason then, when societal norms shift, like hypothetically speaking, we no longer view owning other people as a good thing, maybe those statues should go away. When it's no longer about trying to keep people down. Political statues are to create heroes, to inspire people. Most people are not inspired by old slave owners. Yeah, I would much rather have a statue of Greta than Jefferson Davis. I'd rather have a statue of Kristen Davis than Jefferson Davis. Somebody worth modeling yourself after, trying to embody some of those attributes. Political statues are about creating heroes. If history has deemed a person not a hero, but in fact a villain, maybe it's time for those statues to go away. Anyway, It's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.